Hey, what's up, everybody? Bill Nye, the Land Guy here. Today, I'm going to show you how to find, just the bigger, large tracts of farm and ranch acres that we're looking for, and what to look for, what to look out for, things like that. Because, for example, if you're looking at the Texas map here, this is Texas Triangle. You got Fort Worth, Dallas, Fort Worth here, San Antonio, and Houston. Pretty much anywhere in between there. Think of it as like donut shape of San Antonio, Dallas, Fort Worth, Houston, and Austin, the big major Texas cities, and think of a little circle around it. Let's say 45 minutes, hour, could be a little more distance. But what we need is some kind of water source. So whether it's water well and or city public water is the goal, right? If it's close enough, if it's far enough, yeah, it has to be some kind of well water, and then of course the other utilities, electricity, sewer if possible, and septic, or I guess extras, and you can say plus. And you'd always want to double check that there is no flood zone as well too, because flood zone can kill the deals, especially if the flood zone is at the road. And you want properties that, let's say it's a long skinny rectangle, but if it's only the skinny part is touching the road, then there's not much access. So you want the bigger long piece touching the road, so it has more demand, easy access, and easier if you were to break it up into smaller ranchettes, as far as which means smaller pieces kind of thing. So let me draw it for you real quick. So let's say, for example, imagine the center is a county road, right? So we got the road in the center. I'll show you a bad piece of land. So a bad piece of land could be pretty much a skinny rectangle, very low access, as you can see. Or it might be landlocked. Landlocked means that there's just no entrance to the property. So let's say if it was property number 1, and then the other guy's property is property number 2 in the back. That's pretty much as if it was not necessarily landlocked. Imagine that there's no access here for property 2. Property 1 is blocking it, then that's considered landlocked. But a good property we want a wider piece, more road frontage touching the county road. That's what we want. Something like that. Sometimes the road will be on double face. It could be maybe on the top of the rectangle and the side, and the bottom sides. It could be 3 face, or just 2 face, or just 1 face. Longer the better. The more frontage the better, and of course some kind of water source. So that's what we're looking for. We're not looking for any commercial development land, nothing like that. Do not bring me any of those kind of leads. Only large farm ranch style acres within about 50 acres, 600 acres, and bigger. The bigger the deal, the more money we can share, and then the more money I can pay you for your property. So also with seller finance and or owner finance is the same thing. We can pay that nowadays, and sellers usually generally need that to avoid capital gains tax. That way they get more money in their pocket. We can pay them a higher price because we're not in the business of lowballing people. So hope that makes sense. Comment below if there's any questions. I will put the little web form below or wherever you see it, so you can enter properties in there. And then of course always remember to include the CAD link, which is the County Appraisal District link. That way I can find it easier with the parcel ID and the owner's name, whether if it's LLC, goddamn bug, LLC, trust, personal name. Otherwise it's kind of lost in the dark. This isn't single family, so you must of course understand how to find the property easier. That way we can analyze it. And then the worst case is you don't want any flood zone at the road frontage. So that usually blocks the entrance, because if there was a flood, you can't even get to the property. If there was your cattle, they're on there, they're going to drown. So you just got to, it's just really it comes down to the basics. Once you understand that, then you're pretty much good to go as far as the type of property, size, and all that too. Bigger the better, because if it's small, we just can't do nothing with it. And some properties have multiple parcels. Let's say this piece, the bottom piece, it could be like 10 parcels, 5 parcels. Sometimes it's just 1 parcel. It just varies. So make sure you kind of double check everything, and then reach out if you have any questions. Bill Nye, the Land Guy, out. And of course, let's help some sellers out, share some deals, and make some money. All right, take care.